Now, I would like to request Professor Diptimaya Das, Chief Speaker of today's event.
ॐ नमः शिवानन्दाय गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे ॐ नमो भगवते शिवानन्दाय ॐ नमो भगवते चिदानन्दाय. Good morning to our dear students. My best regards to all our revered teachers. We will discuss regarding great necessity for life building, character building and man making education for students. Great necessity for right orientation of teachers and teaching profession for teachers, and great benefits of Sivananda literature for students and teachers. In this universe, everything is changing and going through the process of evolution in accordance with the law of nature. The lowest of the creation, that is, the inanimate stones and mountains, evolve into living plants and trees. Plants and trees evolve into insects and animals. Insects and animals evolve into human beings, the crown of the creation. Our ancient spiritual scriptures, as well as our great rishis, munis, saints and servants, say that human beings get human birth only after taking innumerable births in 8 lakh species of life, including the life of plants, trees, insects, birds and animals. Therefore, they say that human birth is a rare gift of the Creator to human beings. They further say that the Creator has very graciously gifted this rare human birth to human beings, not for the ordinary purpose of yearning, eating, sleeping, enjoying, procreating, and ultimately meeting with death, but for achieving the higher purpose of human life. That higher purpose of human life is to achieve liberation of their individual souls from the cycle of births and deaths, and union of the same with the Supreme Soul, the Creator, that is known as moksha. Achievement of that higher purpose only bestows everlasting happiness and eternal peace in human life. This is unlike the animals that take their birth and instinctively search for their food, eat, sleep, procreate, enjoy, suffer, fear, and ultimately meet with their death, and thus live their life purposelessly and sorrowfully. Further, achievement of that higher purpose of human life is possible only in human birth, but in no other species of life. Therefore, they say that the rare human birth is a precious gift of the Creator to human beings. Student life and youth period. The first part, say 20 to 25 years of human life, is the golden period of the rare and precious human life. This period is meant and also is most suitable and is the right period for building the rare and precious human life righteously, because this period is the formative stage in the life of human beings, and during this period human physique is generally found in a growing state, and human mind remains tender, lies in a highly sensitive state, and is very receptive. Therefore, it is very easy for human beings to build their lives rightly during this golden period of human life. Hence, students need to utilize this golden student life and youth period of their lives most profitably and build their rare and precious life rightly. Now the question arises, how can students build their lives rightly? Students can build their rare and precious human life rightly in two phases. The first phase is the foundation stage, and the second stage is the superstructure stage. In this first phase, students need to lay the foundation of their rare and precious life properly and strongly with the life's four foundation pillars. Those four foundation pillars are good physical health, powerful mind, noble character, and ethical conduct with strict observance of complete celibacy or brahmacharya. This is like laying the foundation of a house building properly and strongly with four concrete pillars. Students need to lay the foundation of their life properly and strongly because the quality of the foundation determines the quality of their future life. This is like laying a strong foundation of a house building upon which a strong superstructure can be constructed. Upon such a well-laid foundation, and in the second phase, students need to construct the superstructure of their rare and precious human life completely, properly, strongly, and nicely. They can do so by achieving four great goals of ideal human life according to our great and glorious Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskriti. Those four great goals are achievement of economic prosperity, artha, fulfillment of vital worldly desires, kama, adherence to righteousness in life's daily activities, dharma, and attainment of spiritual illumination for liberation of the individual souls from the cycle of births and deaths, called self-realization or God realization or moksha. This is like constructing the superstructure of a house building completely, properly, strongly, and nicely with four facilities of bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, and puja or prayer room. Thereby, living in the house building becomes smooth, comfortable, happy, and peaceful. Students need to construct the superstructure of their life completely, properly, strongly, and nicely in this said manner. Thereby, they can live their rare and precious human lives ideally and successfully. That is, both economically and materially prosperously, as well as spiritually, happily, and peacefully. In this manner, students can build their rare and precious human lives rightly. In this connection, it is extremely important to note that if students fail to build their rare and precious human lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period, they will find it extremely difficult to build the same rightly later on their future life. This can be explained with the help of the example of a potter. A potter can give any shape to raw clay mixed with water to make various types of earthenware such as pots, cups, bowls, plates, glasses, toys, etc. He can also change the shape of one type of raw earthenware to another type because at that primary stage the wet raw clay remains soft and therefore it is amenable to any kind of change. But once it is shaped, wet raw earthenware is burnt in the fire, the same becomes hard and not amenable to change, and thereafter the potter cannot change the shape of the burnt and hardened earthenware. Therefore, students need to build their rare and precious lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period itself. This is the right period of their lives. If the students build their lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period of say 25 years, they can live the remaining 3 periods of their household life, retired life, and renounced life, aggregatingly say 75 years ideally and successfully, that is both economically and materially prosperously, as well as spiritually happily and peacefully. This is like living in a well-built house smoothly, comfortably, happily and peacefully. Therefore, it is vitally necessary and extremely important for students to build their rare and precious human lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period itself, the right period of their life, without postponing the same to a later date of their future lives. Students need to acquire necessary knowledge regarding building their rare and precious lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period through life building, character building and man making education, providing life building, character building and man making education to our students in this present situation is vitally necessary and extremely important. It is the burning need of the hour of our modern students. As regard to our teachers, teaching is said to be a noble profession. It is a man-making profession, and teachers are the makers of the students, who are the makers of the nations. Therefore, our teachers need to impart teachings to their students with right understanding and with more efficiently and with more effectiveness, so that their students will derive immense benefits. By performing their duties with right understanding and with more efficiency and more effectiveness, our teachers themselves can also derive immense benefits in their personal lives. Further, study curriculum for students needs to be ideal and complete, comprising of life building, character building and man making education, the real education, as well as secular education on various subjects of study, the ordinary education, life building, character building and man making education, the real education, in my humble view, is the soul of the study curriculum of the education system, while secular education on various subjects of study, the ordinary education, is its body. Both these educations combined together is the right education. It aims at making the students as ideal human beings, that is, both good human beings as well as capable human beings. In this present situation, our teachers, in my humble view, need to impart life building, character building and man making education, that is the real education. Also, in addition to the extent secular education on various subjects of study, that is the ordinary education, to our students. Thereby, they can make the lives of their students rightly. In this regard, our teachers need to know various books on different topics of life building, character building and man making education, so that they can utilize the same as teaching materials for imparting such education to their students in their institutions. Thus, our teachers need to be provided with right orientation both on teaching profession as well as on life building, character building and man making education. Therefore, providing right orientation to our teachers both on teaching profession as well as on life building, character building and man making education is vitally necessary and extremely important. It is the burning need of the hour of our modern teachers. Keeping this in view, these two important facts relating to our students and our teachers, and since Sivananda literature can most eminently meet their requirements, this special Sivananda Literature Festival for students and teachers on life building, character building and man making education and an orientation of teachers on teaching profession is being celebrated here today by the Divine Life Society, Balangir branch, Odisha, for benefits of our students and our esteemed teachers. as regards our students, some valuable books written by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati Ji Maharaj, one of the greatest spiritually illumined and world-renowned saints of the modern world, containing teachings on various topics of life building, character building and man-making education, are being exhibited during this special Sivananda Literature Festival for bringing the same to the knowledge of our dear students. Before we know about those books, let us first know briefly about the author of those books, because knowledge about the authors of the books creates interest and eagerness in the minds of the readers to study the books written by them with full faith, due earnestness and greater acceptability. The author, His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati Ji Maharaj, known as P.V. Kupuswami in his pre-monastic life. He was a doctor in modern medicine. Knowing the course of his medical professional life as a doctor, dispassion drawn in him. Therefore, he renounced his lucrative professional life, embraced sannyas life, entered into the spiritual life. He came from Malaya to Himalaya, practiced intense spiritual austerities and prolonged and deep meditation, and attained spiritual illumination or self-realization or God realization. He is shown as a great yogi, parabhakta, saint, sage and jivan mukta, that is, one liberated while living. The doctor of the body and mind became the doctor of the soul. He is regarded all over the world as one of the great, world-renowned and spiritually illumined saints of the modern time. After attainment of spiritual illumination, the mission of the life of Swami Sivananda Saraswati became the dissemination of the spiritual knowledge that he gained during his spiritual sadhana amongst the entire human society, in order to show them the right path of their life. He therefore wrote more than 300 books on all aspects of human life, commencing from health and hygiene to religion and spirituality. He wrote those books for all categories and all classes of people for their guidance. He had special interest for the education, development and welfare of the modern students and youth, and therefore he has written many books especially for their benefits, and he commenced spreading the same as a part of his real and selfless service to the entire modern mankind, including the modern students and youth all over the world. Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati Ji Maharaj is a broad-minded, Catholic, liberal, world-renowned saint of our modern time. And the world-renowned, vast Sivananda literature is universal and is a class by itself. Sivananda literature can most eminently meet the requirements of our modern students, also on life building, character building and man-making education from 4 important points of view. First point is, Sivananda literature contains right teachings on all topics on the subject of life building, character building and man-making education, which our modern students need the most, commencing from good physical health to self-realization, and thus Sivananda literature is all-inclusive and comprehensive. Second, Sivananda literature is simple, scientific, rational, practical and powerful. It is also highly awakening, deeply appealing, greatly inspiring, heart-touching and life-transforming. Third, Sivananda literature is universal, non-sectarian, non-dogmatic, non-bigotry, and therefore students of all nationalities, religions faiths, beliefs, sects, castes, creeds, colors, genders can study the same. Fourthly, Sivananda has imparted his teachings to the students not as a master but as a friend and well-wisher. He always took the positive course of encouraging and infusing new hope and optimism into our students and youth, and seldom took condemnatory attitude towards them. He also addressed the students directly, which gives them the feeling of a personal touch and also which creates a feeling of intimacy, sense of interest, and a ready acceptability of his teachings in their minds. Also, his teachings are in simple language, and even a high school student can understand the same very well. Thus, Sivananda literature is highly student friendly. In view of these four important points in view, our modern students can most profitably study the books written by Swami Sivananda Saraswati and acquire detailed knowledge on various topics of the said subject of life building, character building, and man making education. Now let us know about these books. First, let us know the books on all topics. The first book is Life Building Science. This book has been newly conceived, designed, and prepared by Sri Mohanlal Agrawalaji. This is an introductory textbook on various topics on the subject of life building science. It seeks to impart introductory knowledge on various topics of life building, character building, and man making education to our students. It also seeks to develop necessary inquisitiveness and interest in their minds, and also encourage and inspire them to study the second book, that is Youth, Arise, Awake, and Adopt the Right Path of Life. This is written in 16 volumes. This is compiled in order to acquire detailed knowledge on various topics of the said subject. The second book is Youth, Arise, Awake, and Adopt the Right Path of Life. This book has been written by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati Ji Maharaj and His Holiness Sri Swami Chidananda Saraswati Ji Maharaj, who are two great spiritual illumined and world-renowned saints of the modern world. It is in 16 volumes and has been compiled by Sri Mohanlal Agrawalaji. This is a comprehensive textbook on the subject of life building, character building, and man making education, or in short, life building science. It seeks to impart detailed knowledge on various topics of life building, character building, and man making education to our dear students. Now, secondly, let us know the topic wise books written by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati, the founder president of the Divine Life Society, Rishikesh. First is good physical health. On this topic, the books are: first one, Yogasanas; number 2, Science of Pranayama; number 3, Health and Diet; number 4, Health and Hygiene; and number 5, Health and Happiness. On the topic on powerful mind, the books are: number 1, Thought Power; second, Mind, Its Mysteries and Control; third, Conquest of Mind; fourth one is Concentration and Meditation. On the topic of noble character, the books are: number 1, How to Cultivate Virtues and Eradicate Vices; number 2, Universal and Moral Lessons; number 3, Conquest of Anger; and number 4 is Conquest of Fear. And on the topic of ethical conduct, the books are: Ethical Teachings, and the second book is Universal Moral Lessons. And the topic on celibacy or brahmacharya. The book is Practice of Brahmacharya. On the topic Insight into Human Life, the books are Know Thyself and Philosophy of Life. On the topic of religion, the book is All About Hinduism. On the topic of spirituality, the books are 1. Guru Tattva, 2. Practice of Karma Yoga, 3. The Essence of Bhakti Yoga, 4. Practice of Bhakti Yoga, 5. Japa Yoga, 6. Raja Yoga, 7. Dhyana Yoga, 8. Jnana Yoga, 9. Essence of Vedanta, 10. Practice of Vedanta, 11. Principal Upanishads, 12. Brahma Sutra, 13. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 14. Satsanga and Swadhyaya, and 15. Sadhana. On the topic of unit of religion, the book is Unity of Religions. On the topic World Peace, the book is World Peace. And on general topics, the books are very important books are Religious Education, Moral and Spiritual Regeneration in the World, Sure Ways for Success in Life and God Realization, Students' Success in Life, Inspiring Stories, Spiritual Lessons, Students' Spiritual Literature, and Sivananda. These topic-wise books seek to impart specialized knowledge on the various topics of life building, character building, and man-making education to our students. As regards our teachers, some most valuable books on orientation of teachers on teaching profession written by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivananda Saraswati Maharaj and some of his direct disciples are being exhibited during this festival for bringing the same to the knowledge of our esteemed teachers. Let us know those books. The first book is Religious Education. The second book is Teaching Profession, its True Dimensions. And the third book is Teachers Orientation Program. During this festival, our students and our teachers can have the great opportunity to see all these books. They can see those books and take note of the same. Therefore, our students can study these books, acquire necessary knowledge on various topics of life building, character building, and man-making education, and practice this knowledge gained from these same books in their daily lives sincerely, meticulously, regularly, and persistently. Thereby, they can build their rare and precious human lives rightly during their golden student life and youth period itself, and live the same ideally and successfully. Our teachers can also go through these books, get right orientation on teaching profession, and utilize the knowledge gained from these books in course of their teaching profession for benefits of their students as well as for themselves. In this manner, our students and our teachers can derive immense benefits for themselves from this Sivananda Literature Festival. Therefore, they may go around this festival, see those books, and take notes of the same with due interest and great earnestness for their immense benefits. Thanking you all.
Thank you very much, sir. As we know that education is for all the three, body, mind, and soul. That is called the true education. His each and every word that was for true education. Thank you very much.